August 24th, 2005. It was a day that promised to reach the mid-90s with sun and high humidity. My hair frizzed, my heart thumped, and butterflies drilled my insides as I outlined my expectations for my students from my syllabus. Things like, bring all materials to class with you every day. Things like, listen to all of my instructions, both written and verbal. Things like, please put your name on all of your assignments, first and last. Things like, participate actively in all class discussions. Please take responsibility for your own makeup work. Read and follow all directions. And after I read them during first block of the first day of school, of my first year of teaching, on our first assignment, I had an 11th grade chemistry student come up to me and say, "Can I have a pencil?" And from that point on, my expectations changed. They had to, because believe it or not, there were a lot more forgotten pencils, among other things. Expectations are tricky. And I'm not just talking about Pinterest, where my own expectations result in heartbreak all too often. My expectations of how I spent time with my husband needed adjusting after we got married, as did my expectations of dining out with my family after I had kids. In fact, expectations are so tricky that some people not connected to the education system encourage others to lower them dramatically or drop them completely. It seems students have caught on to this as well. This year, after an exceptionally hard day, a student wandered into my room. I squelched the sigh that was ready to bubble out of me, and I forced myself to listen hard as he told me about some of the just horrendous things going on at his home. As he finished up and started to go, I said, "Let me know if you need an extra day on whatever it was that we were working on." And he said, "Nah, but thanks. I knew you'd understand." And then he asked, "So are we blowing something up tomorrow?" That's when it dawned on me that I have the capacity to disappoint my students too. And not just when I tell them for the 189th time that no, we aren't blowing something up, but in other ways too. Bigger ways. More important ways. I almost blew it that day. Maybe it was time for me to start focusing on what's important. And maybe that's not if I can expect things of students or what I can expect of students, but what students should be able to expect of me. I was tired of feeling like this. I was ready for another choice. Did he expect me to listen to him that day or to just blow him off? Do my students expect me to model kindness or indifference? Would they expect me to admit when I've screwed up, to concede I don't have all the answers? If they were being bullied, would they expect I would do something? Would they expect me to be trying new things or be happy with the way I've always done them? In this crazy ride called teaching, I am given very little to control. Here's what matters. Not what I am entitled to expect from my students, but what my students deserve to expect of me. This should be my focus. I'm not perfect, and I'll never be able to do all of these things, but you can bet there are a couple of things I know I want to work on, things I want my students to be able to say they can expect of me day in and day out. My challenge for all of us is to find one or two things we can fight for students to expect of us this year. What will yours be? Let's put them on a poster or tell them to a colleague. Let's tweet them out or write about them in a blog. Let's say them to ourselves as we take a deep breath, standing in front of our students as they forgot yet another homework assignment. This is our best bet for changing lives. And we'll probably screw up, but take solace in this. Each new day is a new chance. If we blow it today, will they expect us to crumble or to bounce back tomorrow? Whatever expectations you decide to choose, celebrate that you chose. Not only because choosing them helps move our focus away from things that we cannot control, but because in choosing them, we're choosing to do what's best for kids. And because what's best for kids is what students should be able to expect from us every day. Thank you.